give me a thumbs up if you guys can see the instructions that I've put in the chat. Please give me a thumbs up if you can see the instructions that I've put in the chat. Okay, Meher and Ritvika can see. Srikirti, Sucheta, Aditi, Jay, Shreya, Harshneil. You guys also please let me know if you can see the instructions that I've put in the chat. Acha, ठीक है, I'll just send it again. I'm sending the same section again. I'm sending the same instructions again. Sorry. ठीक है. So yesterday the common doubts that we had, right? I hope that this sort of solves those doubts. And if not, if there's any other doubts that are left, please do ask. ठीक है. Mm, we'll wait for 2 more minutes. I can only see 5 people, but I'm assuming there's more than that. Um, okay, let's see.
Mom, can you send the instructions in the link again, please?
I haven't sent the link yet because we are waiting for the others.
The attendance link.
अच्छा, ठीक है.
Because I've joined from another device.
ठीक है, just 1 second.
Thank you.
Okay. And guys, today let's try to all send your work on this chat, right? Because yesterday there was an issue with, me receiving some of the work on my own personal number and stuff like that. And then we're not really allowed to actually, do that. So I think that it would be best if we, shared our work here. I think that would be really good.
Mom, I wasn't present yesterday. What are we going to be doing?
I'll tell you what we'll do. So what we'll do is I'll tell you how to attempt the paper. I'll tell you which paper to attempt and I'll give you a link to it. I'll tell you how to allot your time and stuff like that. So, see the amount of time that is actually given in the exam paper, we will split it into two, right? And we'll do the paper in 2 runs. So, in run one, you will do the entire paper in a like you will do the entire paper once in a way where you do all the thinking and all the ideation and all the basic sketching and stuff that you can do to put like the basic idea of your answers on the paper. And then the second run you come back, and second run is a lot faster than the first run. So second run may you come back and darken all of the answers, right, and finalize all of the answers. So what we do in this class is I give you certain time limits for every single person. So for architecture it's different, for NIFT it's different, and for NID because the number of questions and the weightage of the questions is different, right? So I give a I give different amount of time to all three. And then once that time limit is done, you show me what your answers are. I check it on the basis of ideation. I check it on the basis of just what the basic execution looks like. And then I give you some advice. And then you sort of darken it if there's any time left. If not, you can finish it off at home also and then show me tomorrow. That's also fine. Not tomorrow, tomorrow's Monday, but on Tuesday we'll be having this class. And you can show me the finalized version then as well. ठीक है? Does that
Okay,
make
ma'am.
sense, Sophie?
Yes, ma'am.
ठीक है. So have you read through the instructions? Anybody who's just joined and did not see the instructions in the chat?
I haven't seen.
Okay. ठीक है. 2 more people are joining, so let me add them also and then I'll share again. Okay. Let them join. Just let this person join and then we will. Okay. So I have not shared which paper you will be doing as of yet because I was waiting for people. I'm still waiting for people, but I think that it is okay for us to start now. Okay. So just everybody who's just joined, I'll give you like a minute to read the instructions that I've put in the chat, and then we will quickly move on. Yes? Anyone who's just joined and could not see the instructions that I have put in the chat? Anyone who's just joined? Anyone like that? Okay, so I'm assuming this is it. We will quickly move on. Okay. Mm, guys, please give me a thumbs up if you have filled the um, attendance sheet, because that is the most important thing. Like, first and foremost, rule number one is we fill the attendance sheet, right? Okay. So, NID people, you will be doing the 2023 paper, right? NID people, you will be doing the 2023 paper. NIFT people, if you've already done the 2023 paper, you will reattempt it. Okay. And keep in mind, we're just doing the drawing sections. Architecture people, you'll do the 2023 Jan paper. And are there any PG students here? Can you just raise a hand or just let me know?
I am a PG student, ma'am.
Okay, so you'll be doing the NID 2019 paper. Okay, so there are, I think there's definitely more than 5 questions there. Okay, so, okay, so for the person who has just joined, I am sending this again, and I am sending this for the last time because class does start at 7:30 and it is almost 7:50. Please read the rules that I have put down, or like the guidelines that I've put down. um you can open the papers for the NID people. You are so the paper that you're looking at, again, that we are all doing the sketching sections only. You will be doing, as the instructions I have put say, you will be doing the MCQ sections later. Don't start yet, just listen to me first. So the NID people, the BTES people, the paper that you have has 4 questions, right? It has 4 questions, and all of them are worth the same amount of time. So, like we did yesterday, you will be dividing. Okay, so for the people who have just come for the first time, what happens is the amount of time that is given to you in the exam for the drawing section. We want you to split that time into two. Okay, so for example, for NID students, there is a 3-hour paper that they do, right? So about 30 minutes it would take for them to finish the MCQ section of it, generally, right? And then they would have 2 hours and 30 minutes to do the drawing section of it. Sometimes the drawing section has 5 questions, sometimes it has 7 questions, right? So they will have to sit and properly divide the time between those questions, right? Now they are doing the 2023 paper today, and all 4 of the questions, all 4 of the drawing questions are worth the same amount of marks, which means the amount of time that they have for drawing, which was 150 minutes, 2.5 hours is 150 minutes, right? So if they split it into two and they do their paper such that in one go they do all the ideation, coming up with the story, figuring out how I want to compose this, all the little bit of doodling that you need to do to finalize things, and then the basic sketch that tells me that okay, this person thought of putting this here, putting that here, this is the idea, this is what they want to do, that type of basic sketch you finish in the first half of paper for all the questions, for all the drawing questions. So by chance you do not make it to the last question in the second half of the paper and you're not able to finalize it, at least something is there that is able to fetch you your marks in terms of the idea and stuff like that, right? So that would be run 1. Then once first 75 minutes are over, then you do run 2. In run 2 you go and finalize all the questions that you have, right? So NID people, all 4 of your questions are worth the same amount of marks. Now, if you divide your run 1 ka time, run 1, so if you divide 150 minutes into 2, 75 and 75. If you divide 75 minutes into 4 questions worth equal marks, you would have 18 minutes per question, 18.75 minutes, but you can say 18 minutes, right? So they would have 18 minutes per question. Now see, if so, first of all, NID students, NID BDer students, is that clear? Just give me a thumbs up if it's clear. If it's not, I'll tell you again. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 thumbs up, 12. Charvi, what about you? And Meher, Ria. Okay, good, very good.
I am a PG student, ma'am. Ria here.
ठीक है, okay. Okay, what about the other NID students? If guys, if it's not clear, there is a way where you can text just me. Like you don't have to send the text to everyone. You can direct message me and just be like, "Listen, I didn't understand it. Just explain it again." Right? So if you have understood well and great, you guys, NID people, you can start your paper. So I'm giving you 75 minutes for all 4 questions. What you're gonna do is 18 minutes per question. You're gonna give yourself, you're gonna time yourself. Okay, 18 minutes. If you don't want to sit and calculate 18 minutes, just be like, okay, I'll give myself 15 minutes for every question. And in the end, you'll have like 3 minutes from each question left. You'll have about 9 minutes surplus in your 75 minutes. Yeah, so you can push yourself to finish, try to finish one question as much as possible in 15 minutes, right? No, so even if you have not completed any other paper, the paper that you did yesterday, none of that matters. Today, do the paper that I have shared for you to do today, right? Today, though, whatever is pending from the other papers, this is a question that just came in. Whatever is pending from the other papers, deal with it later. First, do the 2023 paper. That's what I'm asking you to start. Okay. And okay, so Nata paper. See, Harshnil, no matter 2 questions left from last class, 3 left, 4 left, it's fine. Leave that. Do this paper first, right?
Ma'am,
Yeah.
will we be doing UC too?
So for UC students, we have asked them to do the NID paper.
Okay, fine.
Huh. Because MCQ is gonna be there, and then sketching part is also there, right? And okay, moving on to the architecture 2023 paper. See, you will be given 30 minutes for each, for both of the sketches, right? So for the architecture people, there are 2 sketches that they need to finish. And in the exam, for both of those sketches, they'll get 30 minutes and 30 minutes, right? 30 minutes each. So if you'd split that into half, because I want you to be done with at least 35%, 40% of the whole answer in half of the time, right? Because see, the first half of the answering part is thinking, realizing what you want to do, and then putting it together and stuff like that, right? So idea generation, things like that. So for the for the architecture people, the two sketching questions that you have, I want you to take 15 minutes for the first question and 15 for the second. So basically, you're putting down your basic idea for the entire question, how you're going to present it, all of those things, and then later in the second run, you can come back and finalize it. Riddhi, does that solve your question?
Ma'am, like, how do you answer the question was my doubt.
Okay, so see that I will only answer like how to properly answer it. How to attempt the question. I will tell you after the papers, after you've attempted it. Because if I give you specific instructions, then you're doing what I'm saying, right?
Okay, ma'am.
Right? So I want you to attempt it first, and then I'll tell you how to do it, right? Or how to better it. See, everyone's got a different way, but there are specific things that they look for and stuff like that, right? So I
Okay,
will
ma'am.
definitely tell you those things, but that we will do. Um, try not to, okay, guys, one thing is try not to use mechanical pencils, because mechanical pencils take away a lot of the personality that you are able to transfer through these normal pencils. That, okay. So everybody, I hope you've all started for क्या बोलते हैं, architecture students, the 2023 paper. I'm hoping that you will be done in the next half an hour. Like it's 8, it's almost 8. So architecture people, I'm expecting you to be done with 15 minutes and 15 minutes of both the answers, right? By 8:30. Okay. NID students, I'm gonna give you 75 minutes, right? So that would be an hour and 15. Yes. So it's 8. You should be done by 9:15. Okay. If
Excuse me, ma'am.
Just one second. So when you're doing an answer and the 15 minutes is up or the 18 minutes is up, right? But you're still not done with it, I want you to abandon it and I want you to move on to the next one, because you should not jeopardize your other answers for this one, right? Yes, somebody had a question.
Ma'am, is it allowed to bring mechanical or pen pencils too?
It is allowed, but I would recommend not to use them. Okay. For an ID paper, question number 2, it says, tell us. Okay, Khushbu's question. Ideally, how many frames are we supposed to use in this case when frames are not mentioned? See, there is no ideal number of frames, right? I would say that whatever story you come up with, if that story consists of 3 important sentences or 4 important sentences, then use 4 frames. If it consists of 5 important sentences, then use 5 frames, right? They haven't mentioned how many frames to use, but you do know that the question is worth 15 marks, right? So think accordingly. How much weightage you would like to assign to every single frame, think accordingly. Yes. So I would say beyond 5 would be too much. NID PG students, the way that I would ask for you to go through your paper is, okay. Sorry, it takes a lot of time to like explain every single thing. I know that y'all are waiting. Okay, so NID PG students, you guys also have 75 minutes, right? And I want you guys to take your 75 minutes. Understand that the total weightage of this is how much? 70 marks, right? 12 plus 12 plus 8 plus 15 plus 20 plus 15. So 70 marks. So think about it. It's almost like 70 marks for 75 minutes. So think about it like, okay, not 75, you can take the minutes down to 70, right? So think about it. I want you to divide it such that, okay, my first half of the paper is 75 minutes and I want to go over all of the 70 marks because I want to finish all of the questions at least like 35-40% each before I come back and finish them all the way, right? 50% would be fantastic, right? So think about it. You want to divide your paper such that 70 marks for 70 minutes, you can say, because 75 division is like a little bit hard, right? Ria, does that make sense?
So, like, how much time should I spend on each question? Like, you're saying.
So I would suggest, see, I had said 75 minutes would be the first half of the paper, right? And actually, the total weightage of the sketching part is 70 marks, right? And you want to go over it twice. So 75 minutes you want to cover 70 marks once, and then second 75 minutes you want to cover 70 marks once. So instead of 75 minutes, think of it as 70 minutes. So if it's a 6-mark question, spend 6 minutes. right? It's a 8-mark question, spend 8 minutes. If it's a 13-mark question, spend 13 minutes. Because 70 minutes, 70 marks. You see how it's the same, right?
Yeah, understood.
Yeah. So just be very diligent with yourself about stopping yourself the minute that those 15 minutes for your first question are over. And if the next question is 20 minutes, be very diligent to stop yourself at that 20 minutes and move on to the next question. Right? Okay, I have not had a second to talk about NIFT people at all. NIFT students, is there any doubt? Like anybody who okay, अचानक से there was okay, wait. NIFT students, if there is any doubt at all, can you guys please just text me and just let me know that okay, I have not understood, or that I would like for you to explain it, or anything like that. Okay. Are there any NIFT students here? Like, can you just raise your hand? Otherwise, I'll have to check the form and stuff. And I don't want are there any NIFT students here? Two participants. Okay, guys, genuinely, any questions at all? Like, would you like for me to go into how to solve this or anything at all? Anything? Like how to
I
divide
had
your
a doubt
huh.
about basically the first and the third question. It says the design one of the options using the following shapes. So we can like rotate it, mirror
Um,
image the
you can. I would be very careful about that.
Okay.
Okay, because the moment the shape becomes unrecognizable, it's not the same shape anymore.
Okay, fine. Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
Thank you. So, okay, I have a question for the NIFT students. So, how much time are you allotting to every single one of the questions? Because there's 3 questions, right? So, how much time are you allotting to the person who just spoke? I'm sorry, was that Sarah?
Yeah, that was me.
So how much time are you allotting?
I'm doing 10 minutes for the to draw using the shape question, and then I'm giving more time to the comic strip.
So, but see, how much time does the NIFT exam have for the sketching part?
I think it's was it 2 hours? No. Like
So one second, I will share one thing with you. It has all the, see, I would give 30, so you guys have a proper, like, you guys properly have a good amount of time for every single one of the questions. Like the NIFT
yes.
paper gives you a lot of time, right?
Yeah.
So I would give 30 minutes to every single one of the questions,
Okay, yeah.
right?
But this is just for run one, right? Like, or is that only for NIT?
NIFT. I'm
No, no,
talking.
like the run one where you do the rough sketch. So like
Huh.
that, yeah.
But you have 3 hours total, right?
Yes, yeah.
So you have 3 hours total for the sketching part only.
Yes, yeah.
So if you have 3 questions and you have 3 hours for 3 questions, right? So 1 hour per question.
Yes, yeah.
So if you
One
split
upper
that
question, yes.
1 hour, huh?
Yeah, it's one upper question.
So if you split that 1 hour into run one and run two, Then you would have 30 minutes
Half
per
an hour,
question.
yeah. Okay, yeah.
Right. Yeah. So actually, you can go into even the nitty-gritty of it. First question is 30 marks. Second question is 35 marks. And third question is 35 marks. So if you really split it properly, right, according to marks, then it would be 27 minutes for the first question. Right? And
Ma'am, so
31.5.
for the story,
I'm sorry, just give me a second. I'm just talking to
yeah,
the NFT student. So 27 minutes for the first question, 31.5 minutes for the second question, and
Yeah.
31.5 minutes for the third question.
Yes, okay. Yeah.
Okay, somebody else was saying something?
yes, ma'am. So for the storyboard, right, would you recommend just drawing like plain boxes, or do you think I can get creative with it?
As in, storyboards usually have rectangular boxes, so I would not do the whole comic wala slant type of boxes and stuff like that.
Okay.
Because storyboards and comic books are very different things.
All right.
Hmm.
Ma'am, sorry to disturb. This is Ria here again.
Not an issue. Tell me.
Mock paper right now.
Huh?
So over there, I'm seeing this is my first time I'm solving a mock paper.
Huh?
So I wanted to ask, there are multiple sections in this, section 1, section 2, section 3 and all. So which section do you want me to work on?
You're attempting the PG paper, right?
Yes.
And so there's section one and section two. Section one is aptitude, section two is sketching, right?
So it's like I tried going through the link what you sent, but it's not opening for me.
Is it?
So yeah, so I tried it from my DQ Edge. It's like automatically converting into NIFT whereas I'm a NID PG student.
Okay,
So
so you see, okay, do one thing. Go to the learn section, right?
okay.
Click on the learn section. Then upper you see there's where it says in bright blue, like white font on blue, this thing, like a drop down wala arrow will be there,
Yes,
right?
yes.
हाँ तो वहां पे scroll up you should be able to select NIFT PG ये NID PG, right?
I have done that. So I am into the paper now, NID 2019,
हाँ.
but it's showing multiple sections like communication design, industrial design.
Okay, so you've accessed the PG paper then.
Yeah.
So do one thing. Can you drop down and select UG instead,
Okay.
or is that not accessible?
I have to check. I don't know.
एक बार देखो, just try and do it. Otherwise,
Sure.
I'll just screen share. जैसे this is what I meant. कि here it'll show you this PG thing, right? So past year papers may, if it's not available, एक second, let me see. If here it's not showing you that, then you can click on this. Is this available to you?
1 second. I'm checking. So,
Okay, let's not spend too much time. It's fine. I'll do one thing. I'll open the paper myself. Can you take a screenshot of all the questions?
sure.
ठीक है, so that will help us just skip all of the, because otherwise you'll lose time. So this is the NIT BDS 2019 paper. This is the first question. एक screenshot ले लो if possible. Let me know once done, okay?
Just a second. It's not allowing me to do screenshot. I don't know why.
अरे,
Hmm.
uh,
Some problem is showing.
are you attending on your laptop?
Oh no, this is on a phone. I'm doing it. My laptop is out of charge, unfortunately.
ठीक है, so let me do one thing. Let me screenshot and just put it in the chat. Is that fine?
Sure. So I have to solve the UG paper instead of PG, you're saying, right?
Yes, yes, yes. Now give me 30 seconds. It'll take a second, okay?
So sorry.
That's okay. I'm sorry, who is this? So I'll send it just to you so that other people don't get like out of.
This is Ria here, Ria Bose.
ठीक है. Okay.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, we are architecture students. We are supposed to send only run one or entire thing.
Run one. And run one
Okay.
should be finished by 8:30.
Yes.
Here was sent you the first image. You start working. I'll send you the others also. ठीक है?
Okay, ma'am. Noted.
Hmm.
Thank you.
Ma'am,
हाँ जी. Who's
for the
this?
architecture question, Shreya.
Yeah, tell me.
So for the architecture question, it asks us to make a 2D composition using basic shapes of a motorcycle. So are we supposed to use all the parts, like all the shapes, or can we use just a few?
The question doesn't say all the parts.
Okay, so we can use a few, right?
Yeah, you can pick and choose.
Okay, thank you.
But just make sure that you use just enough that it doesn't feel like, okay, she's just used like 1/3 of the motorcycle, you
Yes,
know?
ma'am. Okay. Yes.
Excuse me,
Yes, tell me.
ma'am, this is Joel. I'm working on the NID paper.
Hmm.
I had a doubt. We have a storyboard creation. They have written in the question that we have to like follow the first and the last line for the formation of the story and draw the storyboard. So I wanted to ask that do we also have to write the entire story and then draw the storyboard, or do we just have to put this like 4 or 5 frames?
Does it say that you have to write the whole story?
It says
Yes,
write
ma'am.
a
It is.
story of 150 to 200 words with a dog in a bucket that starts and ends with the following lines. Draw the storyboard for the same.
Yeah, so you write the story and you draw the storyboard for the same.
Okay, thank you.
So you will have to write the entire story. So don't make it like, I wrote 2 lines and then the lines were continued by the frame, and then there were 2 lines that continue from the frame. Whatever's happening in the frame has to be included in the story as well, right?
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am, I just joined now. Like you had given me the link, so I joined now. So, can you say which one I had to do today?
ठीक है. First of all, I'll send you. How come you were not able to join earlier? What
I
was the?
have, I mean, I didn't get the link, and I had joined from the one which I got in the mail.
Hmm. Weird. Okay. Yesterday a lot of people had a lot of questions, so I compiled all of that into like a set of instructions. So I think I might have sent it off to, yes, I sent it again. Okay, so just please read over it very quickly. That's your first thing that you have to do. Okay, and then these are the papers. Are you an NID student?
Yes, ma'am.
You have 75 minutes to give me run one of the paper. Do you remember what run one is?
Yes.
Perfect. Start
Like
off.
I had to do the first round and then like develop the picture more.
Perfect. Start off.
Ma'am, for the fourth question in NID paper, there are three questions which they've given. So we have to do only one or all three of them?
Read the question.
Just a second.
Huh. Because if I don't have it on the screen, I don't know which one you're talking about.
Yes, ma'am. The question is draw the instruction manual with pictures and words for the process of sharpening a pencil, combing your hair, and cutting nails with a nail cutter.
So it's not or, it's and, right? So all three. So if it's a 15-mark question, all three of these are going to be 5 marks each.
Okay, ma'am.
It doesn't say
even
it.
mentioned and there's no or also.
There's no or, right?
No, ma'am.
And how does this sentence end? For the following processes, right?
Draw the instruction manual with pictures and words for the process of.
Yeah, I think it's all three. Very clearly. Because there's no like, otherwise they would phrase it as choose any one of these three and then, explain the process.
So, ma'am, how many steps should we include in this?
Minimal, because it's only 5 marks per this thing, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So very minimal. If you can explain it in like just like one frame each, that would be like optimal.
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am, one frame would be okay?
Perfect. One frame would be the best for that one. Because it's only 5 marks, right?
Hmm.
5 minutes, you
Ma'am,
just want
you
to
said
wrap
that
it up.
every question carries the same weightage and all that.
What?
You said that every question carries the same value and the weightage.
Look
So,
on the left-hand side, niche, the marks are given.
that's not 15 marks.
So that's what I'm saying. Question number for your paper, question number 1, 2, 3, and 4, 15 marks each, right? But question number 3 has 3 parts. So all 3 parts are
Hmm.
worth 5 marks each, right?
Yes, sir.
Hmm.
Ma'am, for the architecture first question, like, should we fill the whole page?
I would recommend, yeah.
Okay.
Always plan for the worst case scenario. And the worst case scenario is they give you a huge sheet and expect the entire sheet to be filled, right?
Ma'am,
Okay, ma'am.
I've already split the A4 size sheet into
Who
half and
told you
then
to do that?
started.
Didn't I tell you yesterday? Didn't I say that? Just did I not tell you? 80% of the sheet needs to be covered regardless of which question it is. Right?
Ma'am, but I've already finished.
So you've started, sure, but I will cut marks. You know that.
Okay.
ठीक है. In any case, continue now. Just don't make the same mistake again, okay?
Yes.
Somebody else had put up a hand or something. Does anybody else have a question? Guys, from tomorrow, I'll ask Miss Jyoti to share the link for time and all of those things. But also, like, my request would be that we all, like, try to attend as soon as possible so that we can just start off, right? Because I fear today the NFT students won't get the most amount of time in terms of like, because their run one will get over by 9:30. So, but from tomorrow, let's all just, start it. So. Anybody else, any other questions? You can put them in the chat. That's all. That's perfectly fine. Mm, I have a doubt. Should we use all the shapes given for product design? Let me just see which question you're referring to. Question number 3. Design one of the options using the following shapes. Yes. Using the following shapes, it means all the shapes. Okay. Architecture students, another 8 to 10 minutes. Yeah. And then let's start discussing. Okay, Shrikirti, Aditi Hegde, Ananya, Avni, Charvi, Devanshi. Guys, any questions? Because I haven't really heard from you guys so far. Any
Ma'am,
questions?
as of now, I'm doing the second question. Ma'am, the once or run two.
Sorry.
Are we supposed to submit to you the run one?
Run one. So if you're an ID student, run one should be sorted by 9:15, right? And then you can obviously do run two by yourself and then show me like in the next class. I will definitely go over your finished results. But the reason I want to see run one is it's very important for me to get a view of what your thought process is. And see, sometimes it happens that we are almost done with the question and then we look back and we're like, okay, but this wasn't the best way I could have done it, or this wasn't optimal use, or this wasn't, the way I wanted to do it, any of those things, right? So if you stop halfway through and look at it, it's easier to sort that situation out rather than coming back to it after run two. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Okay. So that's why run one is what you will be handing over to me. And then I will suggest any edits or anything like that, or any questions I might have for you, or any changes I might suggest, anything like that. And then you can use those and incorporate them in run two and then, submit your work. So,
Ma'am,
huh.
run one for the human figures, is it fine if it's just level 1?
I would
Or
see.
like the basic structure instead of stick?
So it sort of depends on the question, in the sense that if the question is centered around humans, right? If the question is centered around, if the main part of the question is the human, then I would say that push it a little bit farther. But if the human is just supplementing the question. If it's not really the main point of the question, then you can, convey the meaning of the answer even without the human being the best part of it. Yeah? Does that make sense? I'm sorry, who was
Yes,
that?
ma'am. Thank
I didn't recognize your voice.
ma'am. This is Kriti.
ठीक है. Okay. 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 It seems one person has just joined. Can I just ask you to unmute so I can figure out which paper you are for? Like, I'm just asking you to unmute just for a second, if that's possible. Okay. I'll just drop you a message. In the meantime, somebody else had a question, right? Devanshi, Harshneil, Khushbu, Mehak, Prashasti, Rit.
Excuse me, ma'am.
हाँ, tell
Sorry
me.
to interrupt. Ma'am, this is Prashasti. I had a question.
हाँ.
Ma'am, it says give 3 creative solutions on people not giving heed to signboards. So, do we have to redesign a signboard or some new solutions for the original one to make people give attention to it?
So, see, the example that they've given below, they have not said that, okay, find a solution for this. They have just
Yeah.
said in general signboards, right?
Yes.
So not that particular one, it can be any type of signboard.
Actually, they have given an image description.
Huh.
Like,
So they've
imagine a
given,
signboard.
but have they said ki solve this
Yeah.
signboard? This is that what they have said?
No.
Huh.
No.
So I
The
think
top
that
one only says give 3 creative solutions.
So I feel like sure you can solve for this particular because it's that garbage disposal wala thing, right?
Yeah, that one, yeah.
So you can solve for that, but I feel like it doesn't say ki solve for this. It says that this might be an example, right?
Okay,
So
yeah.
I feel like you can solve for signboards in general also, or you can choose a particular signboard also.
All right, okay. Thank you.
Has this person left? Okay. He just joined and then he just left. Okay, moving on. Shri Vaishnavi, Tejal, Tejas,
Yes, ma'am.
Varsha. Any questions at all, guys?
Oh,
Like
no, ma'am.
any doubt at all? Okay. Varsha, Vismiti, Riti. Anybody else? Any doubts at all? Okay,
No.
I'll give you guys some time then to sort out your papers and quickly finish as much as possible. I'll just, uh, it, like go away for 2 minutes and try to finish as much as I'm still here. If there's any questions, I'm sitting right here. I'm just gonna give you 2 minutes. Okay. Is it on now?
Ma'am, it was on already.
Arey yaar, this is so confusing. Okay. Okay, I hope it is on now. In any case, what I'm saying is, okay, so you all need to, for the storyboarding questions, you're gonna have to keep the dialogues to a minimum. Okay, keep the dialogues to a minimum, keep the dimensions of everything the exact same, right? And keep the, like, if they have asked for a story alongside it, can you move this? If they've asked for
Yes,
a
ma'am.
story alongside it, please try to make sure that all of the frames and the stories have the thing in common, right? Like you have the story is explained both in the words as well as in the frames. Okay? So then
Mm,
apart from that, what else is your question?
No, ma'am, I was asking about that. We have to write the story of 200 words alongside it. So, what could be the order, like? First, we have
What
to write
could
the
be the
story.
order in terms of what?
Like, ma'am, first we have to write the story, then making the storyboards and arranging
You would
them.
write the story first and then make the storyboards. Okay, write the story first, then make the storyboard so
Uh,
that the storyboard explains what is happening in the writing, right?
yes, yes, ma'am, but we can make the storyboard first, and because our mind, we know the story, what's going on.
Huh?
Then we read
It's
wrote
really
down
up
on
to
paper.
you since they have not assigned alag marks for everything.
Yes, sir.
Arey yaar, what is? They've not. I'm sorry. There's a lot of stuff going on in the background. Since they've not assigned alag marks for both of them separately, what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to prioritize what works for you, right? So if you're better at the story part of it, right, do the writing first. And if you're better at the sketching part of it and you want to do the writing second, that is also perfectly fine. I cannot see anyone. I cannot
Yes,
hear
ma'am.
anyone. Okay.
Ma'am,
Yes. Finally. Yes,
ma'am,
Jaldi.
yeah, I have shared my first run with you.
Okay. Who is this?
Ria,
Okay. And what paper were you writing? I'm so sorry. I get these confused. Are you an NID student? Dia. Dia? Hello?
Ria here, RIA.
Okay. It's too many similar names, yeah. All right. Tell me. So you've shared the entire first round with me?
Yes.
Done ahead of time, is it?
I have made a very rough figures so that proportions so that I'll beautify it accordingly. So that's what I have done so far.
Eh,
Because
ठीक है.
I was stuck with one question particularly कैसे represent करूँ करके.
हाँ.
But finally जब वो हुआ that's how I said तो उसमें थोड़ा ज़्यादा time लग गया मुझे.
Which one?
The all that glitters is not gold करके question था
Okay.
that I have to
हाँ
represent.
हाँ.
So I
Yeah.
was unable somehow I have managed to bring a concept in it roughly.
Okay. So I think that one is definitely something you can um, work a little bit more on because that glitters wala question itself, right? It doesn't clearly explain itself as an answer, right? Like it just shows an image and then it sort of hopes that we as an audience would be able to like understand what your meaning behind it is. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So we are showing the audience an image and we're hoping that the audience will sort of get what we mean by it, but the image does not explain itself, right? So that's why I want you to think a little bit more about that, because see, this is taken from all that mm, all that glitters. What is the actual saying? Does anybody remember?
I think it's that one. The all that glitters is not gold.
No, there is a twist on the saying, right? So,
Not
that. Read the question again, just very quickly.
sure. Just a second.
Huh.
Yeah, it was question number 2. Imagine and draw a real life situation which represents all that glitters is not gold. Sorry, all that is gold does not glitter.
Exactly. It's a twist on the actual saying, right?
Yeah, sorry.
So, did you draw it according to the
Yeah.
twisted version or did you draw it according to the actual saying?
I don't know, honestly speaking. I'll explain my concept over here.
So I'll tell you from experience, I was actually in the year that this question is from, right?
Okay.
And one of my friends didn't read the question like very clearly, and so the thing that she did was based off of all that glitters is not gold, right? But the question is
Mm-hmm.
all that is gold does not glitter, and both
Yeah.
of those things are not the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So you're going to have to sit and analyze what one of those things means and what the opposite of that could mean, right? And once you do, क्या बोलते हैं उसको? When you do separate the two, you'll realize that the same answer cannot answer both of them.
Mm-hmm.
है ना?
Okay,
So I would
understood.
say
I have to
probably
rework
mind
on that
map it
question
a
again.
little bit. Huh, yeah. That's why it's better to submit everything in run one, and then we talk about these things, we figure out kya karna tha, and then we can sort it out better before we start run two. है ना?
Mm-hmm.
And then apart from that, talking about your not wala question, the tablespoon and the fork and this and that, and you
Yeah,
have
yeah.
to sort of show it in a knot and things like that. I would say, look at it again, right? And वो होती है ना, वो जो tin की sheet होती है, that it's a little bit, you can sort of bend it a little bit, जो बहुत पतली सी sheet होती है,
Mm-hmm.
उस टाइप में imagine करके देखो. Imagine it like that, and imagine that this material, whatever these spoons are made of, is very, like, you can twist it and tie it up in a knot and this and that, right? Imagine it like that and then try to draw it with that chrome effect that metal often has, right?
Okay.
ठीक है? Because this knot doesn't come off as that. It feels very like, thread wala knot. It
Red
feels
wala not.
very much like that, right?
Okay. I'll work on this as well.
Hmm. So अभी सारे रिव्यू कर देते हैं अगर कर रहे हैं, है ना? The other one where the person is peeping in, that one I saw earlier also, that is perfectly fine. I would just say work on your hand-eye coordination a little bit more. And so what happens, whatever it is that you draw, it turns out, whatever you want to put on the paper turns out exactly where you want it to be, right? So I
Mm-hmm.
would एक बार just look into, hand-eye coordination वाले exercises. That's one. And also, see जो गांधी जी वाला stamp है ना,
Mm-hmm.
try to make it as unique a composition as possible. I would look up stamp ke examples, right? And I would look up as many unique stamps as possible, because you want to go as far away from the like, see, some part of the answers that these questions will attract will be very generic. Then there will be some parts that will be a little bit more unique. and then there will be the most unique answers, right? And you want to sit in that one
Yeah.
third, right? Actually, one
Okay.
third से भी less होगा वो, है ना? So you have to work in your on your composition in such a way that it's something that your answer should not show up in other people's heads,
Okay.
है ना?
जी.
And वो जो plate वाला है ना कि he's sitting in front of a plate and stuff, perfectly fine, logically correct, everything is fine. उसको बस you have to make him a real person. That's the only thing that's left.
Yeah. I've just made a muscular shape, so later on I'll put expressions and everything. I'm
Yeah.
still learning the expression part of human beings, so
Try
वो
करो, whatever expression is, you are comfortable with, go with that expression. I think it should be okay.
okay.
Okay. And ठीक है. Moving on to Dhriti Mehta, I just saw that you have submitted your paper, like you submitted 2 images. See, I'll tell you one thing. Look at that rat wala question again. If I'm not mistaken, the rat wala question asks you to redraw this entire scene from the rat's perspective, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So the rat's perspective would be quite close to the ground, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Like try to bend down as far as you possibly can, or even like lie down on the floor and just try to look underneath your bed or try to look under a coffee table, anything like that, right? And see it from a rat's perspective and draw it like that. So ye wala you will have to do again.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Playing with the dog. I have to water the plants, but there was no water. Seeing this, the dog ran away. Dog jumped in the pond nearby. Okay, it's a cute little story. I will say that it's not the most like invigorating story there is. I don't think that, it's your best in terms of like coming up with something that's truly like it feels like a really good story, right? That it's definitely a little bit away from that still, but I'll say that the way that the story ties up, it's okay. It makes sense. But you can see in that question, they've given you the beginning, they've given you the end. They want you to come up with the most interesting middle possible. Yes? So that's the point of that question. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Where are your other questions? Just try to send them as soon as possible, right?
Ma'am, I've sent one more.
Is it above?
No, ma'am, below the.
ठीक है, I'll get to it. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Shreya Nayak. Okay, can you just quickly tell me? Oh, acha,
Yes,
acha,
ma'am.
acha, I got it, I got it. Okay, this is that billboard wala question, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Screen that show human. Oh my God. Okay. That, you could have, instead of writing it, you could have sketched it out. Right?
Yes, I mean, I passed the time limit for that question, so I just did at that moment. But yeah, I will work on it again.
ठीक है. Okay, she's sitting on a park bench thinking about apples. Then there's a dog. He's got a bicycle. He's wagging his tail. She's walking. And then there's garbage. I didn't understand it.
No, ma'am, that's not the. Okay, so the storyboard I couldn't finish completely, but the story I finished fully.
Acha.
So yeah, I wrote the story first and then started the storyboarding, so
Just
I could
read
finish
it.
only 6 frames of the story.
Should
Yes.
have gone. That's why I told you to do the drawing first. Okay. Girl sitting in the backyard, front of the apple tree, approaches the puppy, pets the puppy. Another person arrives. She does not know how to take the water to the dog and until the shop owner. Ran around for 15 minutes until she found another shop. The owner was generous and a bucket was finally filled. Okay. You see how I skipped over 3 sections over there?
Yes.
Right? That's how they read.
Yeah. So that's what we have to do with the storyboarding.
Exactly. So that is why you should have gone with the pictures first. Because it's very hard to skip pictures,
Right.
but it's relatively easy to skip text.
Yes.
Okay, handle an object that has teeth. Is a comb, uses the handle, place the comb into the hair and pull through the hair. Okay. ठीक है. Fairly generic. I think you can definitely. I saw one that was like she was doing it for curly hair and she tried to explain it in one frame. It didn't perfectly happen, but it was um, definitely more ambitious than just, okay, this person has straight hair and they put a comb and then they just slide it through, right?
Mm.
Okay, aiming a garbage here,
You're
waste
right.
soaping metal sheet made. Will targets the trash at the bin and throw from any angle. Okay. Dhriti Mehta, okay. ठीक है, nice. I think that we went into garbage can redesign rather than um this thing ka billboard ka redesign. But okay, I'll take it. I
Does the
do.
storyboard,
Huh?
sorry, does the storyboard need to have dialogues?
See, minimum dialogue would be best, right? Minimal dialogue is the way to go for most things because nobody likes to read too much text, right?
Because we're already writing the story, right? So I only drew the.
Then obviously try not to.
It's okay. It's fine if there's no dialogue.
It's fine. Absolutely fine. It's best if there's no dialogue.
Okay.
The actions should be able to, like the images, the action should be able to explain to us what is happening, right? Okay, just one second quickly. Prashasti Bhattacharya, yeah, the mouse ka perspective, while you have lowered it down to that point, just remember if you look carefully under the table, there's another mouse, there's a cat, there's a couple of missing things in the background, things like that. And also, see, there is this thing called foreshortening, which is something I want you guys all to look up. Look up hierarchy, look up foreshortening, look up, क्या बोलते हैं इसको? Like, look up and try to sort of, or like all of this is there on Edge also. But see, the horizon line is where the mouse ka eyes are, right? And that's relatively low, right?
Right,
Now,
yeah.
see, when that is happening, the legs are going to be closer, the feet are going to be closer to the mouse than the woman's face or the man's face. So those things will appear smaller. Things that are farther away are smaller, look smaller, right?
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
So look
I will
into
complete it in the
foreshortening.
second run, ma'am. Yeah.
ठीक है, okay. Similarly, I want you to, with the dog wala thing also, I want you to work on human figures. I definitely think there is some room for improvement over there. Having said that, the fact that you chose to finish it in 4 frames is actually a really good thing. Okay, the more concise it is, the fewer frames you have, the better it is in terms of making an impression, right?
Yes, okay.
Ma'am, could you just repeat what you said about the trash can?
I didn't understand you.
Ma'am, you were checking my trash can question which I had put up and you left it halfway.
Is this Dhriti Mehta?
Yes, ma'am.
I said that it doesn't feel so much like a billboard ka redesign. It feels more like a trash can ka redesign.
Ma'am, what can I change in it?
So see, keep your focus on the billboard, right? Again, keep in mind that it's not necessarily that you have to find new ways to dispose of trash. It is more like how do you take this billboard and make it more visible to people or make it something that they absolutely cannot ignore anymore, right?
Okay, ma'am.
So that's what you need to, like, how do you make sure that a person is absolutely not able to pass over this thing, right?
Can you suggest one thing which I can add?
I think that placement matters. Like I was saying earlier, if you place it in front of a highway and at the end of the highway is where the tech parks are, so people are driving there every morning, and the billboard has a either it's really front and center or it also has the messaging of like try to buy this car and all your traffic rides, all your early mornings are gonna become so much more pleasant, right? Then that billboard is catered to people who are on their way and they're stuck in traffic and they're miserable first thing in the morning, right? And if you promise to them that we will be able to provide you something better because of the placement of the billboard, right? Then they're more likely to buy into it. That's one thing. Or C, think about it. Billboards, what if you changed the size? What if you changed the frequency of, like, how often the same type of thing appears? Or what if you change the position of the placement, right? Look into these things. Have we ever seen billboards that are not just flat, right? Like if you've ever gone down one of those bridges or one of those highway situations that curl a little bit, what if there was a billboard that actually, the farther you went, the more of the billboard you saw and the more of the story you understood, right? So how do we redesign billboards such that whatever is given on them is more relatable to people, right? Okay, Devanshi is saying, ma'am, I couldn't finish the perspective. What? Storyboard and perspective and time. It's okay as far as it's done. Let's just see what is done so far. Okay, the person who was talking to just now, did that make sense? Sort of executing
Yes,
these
ma'am.
concepts does take a little bit of time, take care, but we have to keep at it. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, sharpening a pencil, combing your hair. Prashasti is this thing. I like the character that you've picked for the hair wala situation. Similarly, for the nail wala cutting wala situation, I saw one that she had done it in two frames, and the first frame was somebody was cutting their nails off, and the second frame was you realize it zooms out, you realize it's a witch, and she's showing all of her other witch friends that she's cut her
Yes,
nails and
ma'am.
she's like sort of flat, like when you cut and it just becomes like a square shape, right? A more square shape. And
Right.
she's like showing that off, right? So
Yeah.
anything that you do, like if you're making some sort of a explainer type of, set of instructions or something like that, you can definitely add a character to it. There's nothing wrong with that.
Okay.
Okay, somebody's trying to enter the class now. um, okay. Okay, from the beginning, let me just see if there's anybody else whose image I've missed. Okay, this is done. Diya Shah had sent. Diya, just look at the image again. You'll realize that the point where the rat is, like the point where we're supposed to draw this from, is not the one that you have chosen. है ना? That is,
Bit
it's
on the,
not, huh?
bit on the right side. I realized
Yeah,
it
it's
later.
actually centered. And you've drawn it a little bit on the right, है ना?
No, ma'am, it is on the right.
The dot,
Like,
the rat.
the dot, it should be able to see the table leg at the center only, right?
Let me see the question then. Really?
More like the rice bowl at the bottom should be the center.
Let me just open the question. Mm, No. So see, if I present, the dot is over here, right? You see this line in the background, right? So if we take this line here, if we extend this line, if we extend all of these lines, you'll see that they somehow, all of these lines meet somewhere at this point, right? All of these lines meet somewhere at this point.
Yes.
And if you take this point and you connect it to this, right?
Yes, so that's like the rice bowl at the bottom should be the center.
Your voice is breaking a lot. I'm not able to really tell what you're saying.
Well, no.
It's still breaking.
Ma'am,
Uh, is it clear to anybody else? Uh, like according to
Ma'am,
me, huh? Sorry?
her voice is breaking.
Sure.
Yeah.
According to me, I feel like this point, if you're standing here and you're the rat and you're looking this way, right? Then I feel like you would, like, it's not perfectly centered, but at the same time, it's definitely not that far to the right. If you stand here and look, this rat is almost at the center of your vision. So I'd take another look at that one. Okay, I think she left. Okay, ठीक है. Avni,
Excuse me, ma'am.
हाँ जी, who is this?
Ma'am, I'm really sorry to interrupt. Ma'am, Prashasti.
Yeah.
Ma'am, I have an exam tomorrow. May I leave the class? I have checked my
Yes,
first
all the
translation.
best. Have I
Thank
checked your
you.
work?
Yeah, you have checked my first translation.
ठीक है.
Thank
All the
you, sir.
best.
Thank you, ma'am.
ma'am, I've uploaded.
If there is anybody else who has an exam tomorrow,
Yes, ma'am, I've uploaded.
हाँ ठीक है. If
No.
anybody else has an exam tomorrow,
Okay, ma'am.
and needs to leave immediately and wants me to just quickly check their work so that they can leave, please do let me know. Anybody else?
Ma'am, I'm trying
Ma'am,
to submit my work, but it's not going.
On the chat?
ma'am,
Yeah.
ma'am, I've uploaded.
Yes,
You can
ma'am.
check it.
Same for me.
ठीक है, Harshnil, I'll take a look at it. 1 second. Ritti, what were you saying, beta? I'm sorry.
Ma'am, I'm not able to submit my work in the chat.
Same, ma'am.
Why? Why is
Ma'am,
that
it's just saying
happening?
that message couldn't be sent.
Okay, it's probably because the image file is too big. Do one thing, you've taken a picture of it, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So on your if you're trying to upload it from your phone or something, just screenshot it and try to upload the screenshot. Because the
Okay, ma'am.
screenshot it'll go
Yeah.
easy. Yeah. ठीक है.
Ma'am, can you check mine? I have an exam tomorrow as well.
Who is this?
Avni.
Where's this? ठीक है, I just found it. Okay, just give me a second. Okay, so you've given me 2 answers.
Ma'am, I gave you 3. I'm not done with
I
the.
don't know where the other one is, yeah. Okay, see the rat one, almost, I do see it, like it's almost there, but again, foreshortening is something that you will have to practice a little bit. That's one thing. And also, the placement of things like the table is a bit more centered to the rat, to our vision. If we were the rat, the table would be a little bit more centered, right? So just try to look at it again, try to draw some perspective lines, some leading lines and stuff like that onto the screen, and then see that, okay, it's like the rat where it's positioned is a bit symmetrical, not perfectly symmetrical, but at the same time, it's almost at the center. Okay, just
Yeah.
एक बार देखो, just try once. Okay.
Yeah.
That and also the dog wala thing I found. So, not again, do you have water? She said no. And then the dog was like, please. And then the person was like, okay, fine, take. Okay, it's not the most scintillating story there is. Okay, I think that there is definitely something more that you can add to it.
Yeah.
In terms of making the story as interesting as possible.
Yeah.
Where is your third one? I'm not able to find it. Is it above these answers or below it?
No, below.
ठीक है.
I sent it a few minutes ago, so it'll be
ठीक
more
है.
recent.
अच्छा. Okay, there's a lot of
Ma'am,
answers.
I just sent mine on the chat.
हाँ, 1 second.
Ma'am, I'm still not able to send it.
Okay, let me
The
just
same
get
thing
through
was
these.
happening for me, and I took a
हाँ.
screenshot and I sent it to everyone, and it worked. It's
अच्छा.
not working for send to you directly.
It's probably because I'm getting 13 messages every second. That's probably why. Okay. Avni is the person who
Want me to
sent.
send the.
एक second, huh? Just
Instruction
let her go because see she has I don't know if she's the person who has an exam tomorrow. Let's just let her um get her review. Ek second. Okay, so I love your this wala answer. The pencil and the hair straightening and all of that. It's very interesting, very well done. I love the way that you shaded it. Okay. Hold the brush perpendicular and all of these things, very very well done. Also, I think I realized one thing, when you're feeling confident about something, you in particular, your handwriting gets more confident, so that is definitely visible in this. ठीक है. So going forward, I'll hold on to that one thing and I can probably tell कि कौन सा answer was something that we were confident about.
Oh,
ठीक है. Chalo, okay,
yeah.
all the best for your exam tomorrow. If you have any questions, let me know. ठीक है?
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you. Okay. Shreya Nayak, you took such a big sheet for the pencil sharpening ka this thing, and then such a small surface area for the hair
Yes,
and
ma'am. I
the.
didn't know if we were supposed to do each one in.
It's fine, it's fine. There they'll give you squares and they'll give you like a particular area that you're supposed to use. ठीक है?
Ma'am, I have
Uh,
sent it.
ठीक है.
Yes, ma'am.
Let me just get to yours. 1 second. Okay, moving on to Prashasthi's work. I've seen this one already. 1 second. Moving on to Devanshi. Okay, put your garbage here. Again, we're doing a lot of garbage can redesigns. We need to do a क्या बोलते हैं उसको, board जो होता है ना, that का redesign, not a garbage can का redesign. Read your questions, yes. Then Devanshi's question with the hair ka, combing and all of that. Okay, it turned out a little bit generic. I think it feels a little bit like two-dimensional in the sketch itself. Um, Same thing has carried over to the three frames of the story also. Like I said, I had recommended that you do the sketch before and do the story later. Because if you draw a sketch, anybody is more likely to see it rather than read it, right? So I would look into that one again. Similarly, for the Ratwala question, again, look at the proportion again. Draw some straight lines onto your screen. Realize that it's more centered than you think it actually is, right? The coffee table is almost exactly in front of him. If you draw the lines and see the image, every leading line that is in the image, if you take it to one point, it'll meet at one point, right? 1 point perspective, right? And then use that point and connect it to the green dot. It will tell you exactly what the line of sight of the rat is going to be, right? Just try it. I feel like you'll get a lot of clarity from that. Just try it once. Okay, Ruth. A girl saw a mysterious. Okay, see, Ruth, one thing is that, first of all, almost all of your frames look exactly the same, right? Frames are the thing. See, like I said yesterday, if the camera in a movie doesn't move, then the movie gets very boring, right? So if your camera in your frames doesn't move from one frame to the other frame, if you're in the exact same spot, the characters are in the exact same angle, then it stops being interesting. So I want you to move your camera around as much as possible and try to come up with as many different frames as possible and make it such that the actions that the characters are committing in the frames are enough to explain to us what is happening in the story rather than us depending on the dialogues to explain what is happening. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So try for that, okay? Again, we are redesigning dustbins and a little bit of graphic and stuff like that. It is a hoarding that you are supposed to redesign, right?
Right.
And
Ma'am, the question was kind of thing was related to
it is
garbage cans and
confusing.
all.
They are supposed to.
Yeah.
That's what they're gonna do. That they're gonna try to confuse you. You read your question 4 times, 6 times, 8 times, 10 times if that's what it takes, right? Answer according to that sentence that says do this, 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 right?
Okay, ma'am.
They're telling you exactly what they want. Take it as at face value.
Okay.
right? Same thing sort of happens in your this hair wala and the pencil wala thing also. Same thing is happening. It's becoming very flat, right? So try to maintain as much three-dimensionality in your sketches as possible, right? Try to maintain as much three-dimensionality. Look into like foreshortening, right? Look
Okay.
into human sketches, foreshortening. And also the rat wala question, again, we all made the same mistake, is that we mistook what the rat was actually seeing. Okay.
No picture, right?
Huh?
There was another rat which was being seen. Like there was a
Huh?
second rat. Yeah,
Yes.
so
That
um
rat is almost in front of us in the image.
right, so I drew it in the center.
Did you draw it in the center?
Wait, 1 second.
Is this Ruth?
Yes.
Huh, but you see the coffee table is wonky. The coffee table is facing us,
Right, okay.
right? Coffee table is facing us flat.
Oh, okay. So no, I thought it was at an angle and then the rat was just going
No,
through
no,
like in
it's
between.
not, it's not, it's not. Look at it again.
Okay.
So both these
Okay.
people are sitting at the ends of the coffee table, right? So obviously it won't be wonky. How will they sit there?
Right. Yeah.
Okay, Harshnil. Okay.
Yes,
Finally,
ma'am. Excuse me,
finally,
ma'am.
huh? What?
Okay, never mind. Continue.
I don't know what you're saying.
Ma'am, nothing.
Arre?
Ma'am, I was going to say that I posted, but you were going to
Acha, I'll
finish
get to
your work,
yours.
so
I'll
I
get to
cut.
yours. Yeah, yeah. There are 14 images between this and yours, by the way. I'll just let you know. Okay. So, Harshnil,
Yes, ma'am.
I like all of the frames. I really do like all the frames and the pencil wala and all of that. I think one of them could have zoomed in on the pencil a little bit, but pretty much in terms of like aesthetic ability, we can work on it. But in terms of instruction design, it's perfect. It makes perfect sense. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So that's
Yes, ma'am.
done. The signboard wala thing also works for me. I'm very satisfied with that one also. The rat one is where I have a bit of a problem. ठीक है? Because
Yes, ma'am.
see, if we are a rat, if our height is that little, then the feet are gonna be a lot bigger. And the faces of the people are gonna be a lot smaller because the faces are far away, whereas the feet are closer.
Yes, ma'am.
So foreshortening, you have to look into it, look into the technique, figure out how you want to do it. ठीक
Yes, ma'am.
है?
Yes, ma'am.
But other than that, I'm pretty happy with it.
Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, about that pencil sharpening one, can we make it more 3D or like that? I've made it 2D. Is it okay?
I like this. I like this because I'll tell you why. Because the other questions in this exam, in this paper, the other questions ask for foreshortening and stuff like that, right?
Yes,
So
ma'am.
if you make all of them 3D, then I'm like, okay, he knows how to do 3D. But you did 3D for some things. Well, you're supposed to do 3D for some things. The moment you learn foreshortening, wo ho jayega, right? That will happen the moment you learn foreshortening.
Yes, ma'am.
But you also flattened this one out in a way where it feels like an actual instruction card, right? So I have no complaints at all.
Yes.
ठीक है? So you should,
Okay.
any person should be able to do 3D as well as 2D. Both of those are skills that are very important. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay.
Moving on. Devanshi's work I've already seen.
Ma'am, I finished run 2 also.
ठीक है, just let me get to it. 1 second.
Yes.
ये कौन है? Sarah, what was the question, the third question? I don't remember. Can you just tell me?
The question, this is for NIFT, and the question was make the following, like one of the following objects using some shapes, and it was a triangle, a hexagon, a circle, and that shape that I've used for the handle.
Got it. Okay. I think in terms of, see, a jug is not the most
Yeah.
experimental thing out there.
Yeah, okay.
So pretty much anything can be used for that. If they tell you like, okay, make
Mhm.
a roller coaster out of it or make a car out of it, that would be interesting to
Yeah.
see, right?
Okay.
But I love your other drawing. The king wala thing is
Okay,
lovely.
yeah. Thank you.
Like it's evident how much effort that took. That's
Yeah,
really
okay.
lovely.
Okay, thank you.
Varsha, what about you? This is, acha, you've done the, I really like this one. This one is a bit more like you've definitely decided to like, take a leap and go for the more, daring option. So that's very good. Ananya seems to have, huh? Sorry?
Ma'am, I can't hear you, ma'am.
Okay, I hope my voice is fine. Varsha, I'm just saying the option that you've gone for, this NIFTCA question number 3, the option that you've gone for is actually one of the more daring ones.
Okay, ma'am.
So that's good. Okay. And the way that you've executed it is also quite nicely done. All right.
Thank you.
Speaking about Ananya's work, so that question where the person is um wearing a bird suit or something.
Yes,
Right
ma'am.
here. Acha. Oh, okay, okay. I read it. Okay, I read it completely. Okay, this is one of those things that it takes you to, it takes like, we're supposed to read the entire thing and then only we get what's happening.
Yes,
But
ma'am.
but the story does feel worth it. I
Make
will
it more
say we can
visually
definitely
clear.
work on the story construction part of it because I feel like the story, while the first half is quite nice, the second half just isn't as strong. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. The visual depiction part was a bit challenging in just 3 frames. So,
But it'll be easier next time, that's for sure.
okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ma'am, any suggestions
Please practice humans.
for on my actual sketching?
Please
Okay.
practice
Sure.
humans as many as possible.
Okay, ma'am.
Hmm.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody who's gotten a review and has no questions
And can
left,
you check
all
mine
are okay
too?
to. I'm just checking yours only next 1 minute. Anybody whose work has been reviewed, y'all are okay to leave. That's fine. Riddhi, coming to yours. So I saw it pehle bhi. Acha, 1 second. Shri Kirti, you've sent 3 things, but they've not come through, and I can't view them also because it won't let me download them.
Ma'am, I've sent it twice. Once to you privately and other to everyone.
क्योंकि खुल ही नहीं रहा यार. Okay, let me see. Let me get to it. I'll see. ठीक है? Riddhi, the woman
Should I
that you've
send it
drawn now,
again?
उसका proportions you need to see.
Yes,
Okay?
ma'am.
So उसका
Ma'am,
proportions
actually,
are
I
a
have
little
not
bit.
yet started human figures, so like I have just tried
ठीक है.
it.
I mean, we've taken a running leap. It's fine. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying that try to practice humans as much as possible the moment, even if you haven't done that yet, you can still look at a human and try to put it down, है ना? Try to put it down on paper and stuff like that, है ना?
Ma'am, so
Because
can
see,
you tell me which section?
with section as in,
Like for practicing the human figures.
huh? What are you asking?
Like for practicing the human figures, under what section is it given?
On Edge, on DQ
Yeah,
Edge.
yeah.
Okay, so you go to this thing, the learn wala section, right? Scroll and
Yes.
there'll be the sketching section, right?
Yeah.
Design sketching. Under that, there is this thing called HNF, human and animal figure drawing.
Okay.
That has everything. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Moving on, Dhriti Mehta.
Ma'am, is the first one fine?
Which first one, Mehta?
Ma'am, I have sent you the first one, the 2D composition from
I
the
think.
shapes
Oh,
of.
yeah, I just saw it. I just saw it. Okay, I was like thinking keyword. Okay. I think that it goes a little bit away from the actual image that was given, right?
Ma'am, I didn't get you.
Like, does it still feel like the same object? The biker chain and the wheel, है ना? Do these all still feel like they came from the same object, or do they feel like they came from different things? Because it looks more like fruit to me, you know?
Okay, ma'am.
Just zoom out once, you'll also see it. The wheel looks like a kiwi.
Okay.
Right? So I think that if colors are helping, that's great. But if they're sort of getting in the way, then just stick to the basic and like try to get that down on paper as soon as possible and then go from there. Right? You can definitely make it monochrome also. Or you can choose 2 colors or 3 colors. But just
In
be
the
very
question, it mentions 3 colors.
so be very intentional about what colors you're choosing and where you're putting them. Okay, so if they're saying 3 colors, it would be fantastic if you used like a triadic scheme, right? So look into the
Okay.
color wheel, look at different types of color combinations, right?
Okay.
And memorize a couple of them and use them in your work.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, Dhriti Mehta, the
Ma'am,
one with the pencil and the nail cutter and stuff like that. That one, again, I think I've already said this once, but it's come out a tiny bit flat, right? So, and so try to include that three-dimensionality in it as much as possible. Okay.
Ma'am, how do I do that? By using shades and shadows?
Yes. If something has a shadow, then it's three-dimensional, right? And also product design
Okay.
sketches from Edge. Try to do product design sketches from DQ Edge. Okay. That will really help you include a lot of three-dimensionality in your sketch as much as possible. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. The coming back to Riti, she was saying something.
Ma'am, can you see mine?
I've just got into yours. 1 second. Okay, I really like the tire one. I really like that one. This is what happened today. Today really, matlab, you came with a like just like a fire. Huh? Both of them finished. Both of them done in
Ma'am,
time.
yeah, because it was like a little smaller area for me to work with.
Now you just have to work on expanding that, right?
Yes.
ठीक है. Both of them turned out really great. So your only drawback is that you draw on small surfaces. So drawing is not the problem, it's just small surfaces, right? Both are very good. Both are really well done. Very nice. Okay,
Ma'am,
moving
and
on.
then one more thing you said yesterday about like empty spaces or something, right?
Huh?
Ma'am, I checked out an artist, but I was unable to understand how to like add in ideas for empty spaces.
I mean, see, it's not that complicated. It's just that negative space is the amount of space. See, for example, there is some comic, Superman lands, right? Then you leave some area around Superman where it's glowing a little bit, right? Because that area where it's glowing around Superman, it gives him importance, right?
Yes, ma'am. Even I've referred to like Japanese manga basically does this every panel where
Hmm.
where he puts where he creates empty backgrounds so that there is more importance to the character. I didn't really bring that into my sketch. sketches.
You can practice
Every
his
time I do it, they
frames
just look.
itself. You can practice his frames itself, and then dhime stop putting his characters and start sneaking in your own characters.
Exactly. I try doing that. All
Hmm.
my classworks and old books are filled with that, but
Huh.
I'm unable to like
It,
bring the
it
same feeling.
it's see, it also depends on not only that, but it also depends on the proportions of things that you're using. It also depends on the thickness of the pencil that you're using. Are you using the same type of felt tip as this person is using? Those things also matter, because the amount of pressure that you're putting on a particular utensil to draw from it, right? And how your thickness is in one line. How does the thickness of the line vary from one end to the other? If you're mimicking them, those lines, the way that he's drawing them, then it's gonna look the same, right? But if you're not, then it's gonna look like a different art style altogether, right?
But like I have to practice. I have to start learning how to use different
So
pencils
I
and
would say,
proportions.
take up another artist instead of this guy, because see, some people's art styles are so particular to them that as a beginner, it might be harder for us to pick it up in a way where it comes out the same way that that guy does it, right? So
Ma'am,
instead, start with another artist, start with Ian McHugh or someone, start with like Rebecca Sugar, right? Or those two would be good to start with, I think, right? Try to replicate their work
ma'am,
as much as possible. So if you want to write the name down, it's IAN space MCQUE, right? Ian
yes,
McHugh. IAN space MCQUE. Rebecca Sugar is REBECCA, Rebecca Sugar, SUGAR. Right? So very different art styles, but the
yes.
moment you start replicating, you'll understand how to properly replicate things. Right?
Ma'am, but the thing is, like, I've drawn in like almost all the art styles I've practiced throughout my time
Hmm.
drawing,
Hmm.
and I'm able to replicate the art style to like 95%, but I'm not
Hmm.
able to get the final finishing, like the which gives the art life. I'm not able.
So send me an image of your work and send me an image of that guy's work. Let me see. Okay. So
Ma'am,
you have my
to WhatsApp.
contact, you can just send it, yeah. So I
Okay,
might
yes,
not
ma'am.
be able to review it today, but I'll get back to you.
Ma'am,
Okay?
I have a lot of. I mean, I have like 10 or 12 or something like that right now.
Send one. Send
Okay.
one. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
We'll
Yes,
get
ma'am.
to the rest later. Let's see one for now. Okay.
Okay, yes, ma'am.
Okay. Coming back to Diya Shah. Okay, so I saw this one image that you have sent with the two people and they're standing. There's a, tell me, what are you saying? Okay.
Ma'am, I think someone was asking to leave.
अच्छा ठीक है. Okay. Is my net bad or what is happening? Okay, chalo. Anyway, Diya, so that image with the holy wala story, na, I think that you can aim for a better story than that. I think it comes out a little bit safe, right? So I think you can definitely aim for a more difficult story than that, right? And also, we want our images, we want our sketches to start reflecting the stories that we are doing in, like, if you try to replicate as many art styles and things like that, you'll see that the strokes of the pencil are going to match the vibe of the story eventually, right? So we want to
Yeah.
get to that point. That's very important to do. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, as of now, I'm struggling a lot with humans. I've been trying, but then I don't know, it doesn't work out. So I'm
I
trying to make
the
more
A
humans.
part of humans is like the moment you cross 150 human sketches, humans get better. Yeah?
Ma'am, did the pictures come through?
Huh?
And did the pictures come through?
I don't know, kid. Let me.
Should I send it again?
Have you sent it on WhatsApp or something?
No, mom, I've sent it in Zoom itself. Like in the chat, you said that you weren't able to open it.
अभी तक तो कुछ नहीं आया है यार. That only those three earlier that you had sent, no, those didn't get downloaded. Try to send it again, otherwise do one thing, send it on WhatsApp. What can we do? I'll open it. Shreya, the woman wala sketch came out so good. Beautiful. Came out so nice.
Thank you, ma'am.
Aditi, I would say work on the hair a little bit more because I think like not only the darkness of it sort of questions what the image actually looked like. That's one thing. But the aesthetic of like the lower half of the face, you've changed it a little bit. It doesn't really feel like the same person anymore. So just look at the lower half of the face. Speaking of Sri Vaishnavi, see, I want you to start developing your speed a little bit more because there's the images that you've sent me, there's definitely more that could have been added to it in the amount of time that we did have. And I want you to start working on your speed a little bit more, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Anybody else whose work has not been reviewed so far?
Mom, I'm sending it in now.
ठीक है. If everybody else's work is reviewed, you guys are free to leave. Nothing
Thank
holding
you,
you
ma'am.
back. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. You can send it on WhatsApp, dude. If that's the option, then it's fine.
I've just sent it. It says 100%. The first one's in.
The first one went up. Yeah. Really late, but nice. It came through. Same issue with other people also was happening. You remember that the mouse is low to the ground, right? So the feet are going to be bigger and the top half of these people is going to be smaller, right?
And you're putting it in proportion with the wall behind.
But it will.
Like in interior itself, there's the wall behind, and you put the scale according to that, right? So do I have to put like a rough scale towards the side so that I can?
So trace every line back to a common point as you usually do in 1 point perspective, right?
Yes.
Do that. And then once you have that common point, connect that common point to the green dot. Trust me, try it at least.
Correct. I just switched so that it's easier. Yes.
Do that.
Uh,
It will give you the clear answer. Yeah?
Yes, ma'am. And the other two?
Other two? What other two?
There's one with the
Acha, this one, huh? The memes one. Dude, you need better solutions than that.
yes.
Right? The first solution itself sort of makes me go like, okay, she needs something better. It spoils the image of the second and third solution, right?
Yes.
And the dog wala thing, as far as I'm understanding, you wanna go for something that's more like of an actual story with a bit of an adventure, you know? Have the story go up and down and make it have its own ebbs and flows and things like that, right? It needs to be alive,
Yes.
right? The story needs to feel alive. So that's what you need to go for. Practice story writing a little bit.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, so should the storyline itself change or should it be the way I write it?
I would change that.
Ah, yes. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you. See you on Tuesday.
Good night.
Bye. Good night.
Yes.
Bye.